What's your name and what's your gimmick?
My name is Con-Crete, and I spit that wicked shit. Or a crunk in this pitch. You know, and you know, I'm a juggalo rapper. And you know, I've been rapping for about 24, 25 odd years. And you know, when I started, it was not cool to rap about being a juggalo. People had a hard time doing it, not sounding cheesy. It just kind of did, and so we would all get into darker shit. Like we would try and be original. We were inspired by the juggalo, you know. We were inspired by the juggalo scene. We were juggalos, but a lot of us we went and did our own thing to come off original, and so on and so forth. But in a way, we weren't really being ourselves. We got into darker shit. People were rapping about Satanism, fucking like. Sometimes just going way too far. I still go too far to this day sometimes with it, but like, and then today to see like the younger artists, younger artists now, they're like rapping about being juggalos, and it's cool. Like, watching Darby O'Trill come up, just rapping about being a juggalo, and it was great. You know, just rapping about what inspires him. And it kind of, you know, came to a point shortly after I got sober, you know, when I was out there running amok, I was constantly putting on a mask. And once I started learning who I really was, and, you know, seeing that it's okay now, it inspired me to start just rapping about being a juggalo. And it's been cool. My music's a lot realer, and I mean, I'm actually doing it, and people are feeling it, and they're connecting with it. Because I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm not lying, dude. You know, I fucking, yeah, like, been down with the clowns at the age of 18, now I'm in my 40s chilling at the Gathering. That's what I fucking do, dude. Seriously, dude. And thanks for having me.
No, thanks for having me. First of all, let me explain what's even going on here. What is this?
What is this? This is day 0 of Gathering of the Juggalos, and we are in the Juggalos In Recovery camp right now, and we threw on a show to help attract traffic, get people to know where we are. And yeah, we're throwing a show outside. I just got done performing. Humble just got done performing, and we just had a blast. And we're just out here. We're being ourselves, and homies love it. You know, like.
So you had a little bit of a stressful time even getting this set up in here. Did you describe that, the hardships you had to even make this happen?
I flew out here I had to fly to Columbus, Ohio from Seattle with 2 suitcases. I had pieces of my PA system in both suitcases. It's not a very big PA system. It sounded like shit at first, and like we had to figure out how to make it sound as good as possible. But I mean, I almost got charged an extra $100 after paying for my bag because it weighed too much, and I had to take all the clothing I stuffed in there. Had to overstuff, yeah. And it still weighed too much, but the lady let it slide. Like it was. And then I get to the Gathering. I landed like 5 a.m. in the morning. This is my first time doing a day 0. I'm always going to the Gathering for day 1, right? And I'm out there waiting in the hot sun. They won't let me in there to drop off the equipment at the tent, so I'm sitting there with these 2 giant suitcases. I call my homies at Juggalos In Recovery. They actually work for Psychopathic. They're working on the ground, so they couldn't help me. So the homie D called up another homie, and they came and I found them, and they took my suitcases and held onto them for me in their truck. And then they eventually came here and dropped it off. And I didn't know these people. I just knew my homie knew them. I trusted them, and they came through. You know, that's the beautiful thing about being a juggalo, especially at the Gathering. We look out for each other. We look out for each other. At Gunner B, younger artist, pushing me to make
right
this
there
shit happen.
Through the tent.
There's
Gunner right there.
Yeah. Like we were saying, like this event wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for me, but it really wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him, because he was pushing me, and he was young, and he's running around with a foghorn, getting people to go and shit I wouldn't have done. he was trying to get, come on, we're gonna round up people. I'm like, I'm old. I literally said that. And then started talking to somebody else and he ran off. So, I mean, he worked his ass off. And that motherfucker's got a lot of potential. Like, I'm glad I met him.
So,
glad I met you.
I'm glad I met you too, bro.
Glad I met you too.
What does being a juggalo mean to you?
Being yourself. First thing that comes to mind. Like, I mean, you know, when I was younger, yeah, the definition was this and that, like a scrub. But now a lot of the, you know, now a lot of said scrubs are like wearing gold teeth and wearing fancy clothes, like lazy and crazy gear and shit. Like, I love wearing lazy and crazy because, like, I feel it fits me, you know? Like,
yeah.
In a way, I look ridiculous, but everybody loves it because I'm making a statement. Old ladies, like, everybody's, yeah.
Big facts.
I'll be wearing lazy crazy tomorrow. You know, I was just gonna perform, so I wore my little Con-Crete jersey thing right here, you know. But yeah, just I dress like my personality. Like I remember I was trying to date a chick that was afraid of clowns. It didn't make no sense. I'm a juggalo. I wouldn't be being myself around you if you're afraid of clowns. And actually, when I told her that, she actually started trying to brave her fear of clowns, and like it was kind of sad but cool watching her try and work her way through it. I ended up blocking her, kind of one other guy or something, but still, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm learning to be myself more and like set boundaries and just do my fucking thing. Like, I mean, I'm here because I'm a motherfucking juggalo. Like, it's like I don't give a fuck. Fuck work, dude. Call the fuck out. Like.
So you briefly touched on your sobriety. Would you mind talking about that a little bit more? If you don't want to, we can just.
No, I would love to. I just how to explain it in such. Anyways, my life with alcohol and drugs lasted about 14, 15 years. Like, well, no, a little longer. I stopped at 37. That was about 6 years ago. I just celebrated 6 years clean.
Congratulations.
Off of everything.
Congratulations.
July 14th this year, I stopped on 2018, and it's just about being willing to do whatever it takes to stop. Like, you got to get to that point where you're willing to stop. Like, just like cigarettes, you just got to reach a point where it just clicks, and you're just like, you want to do things you didn't even want to do in the first place.
Yeah.
To stay sober. And here at Juggalos In Recovery, like, I mean, I came here, I missed too many gatherings. That's part of why I got sober. Like, my life was unmanageable. And finally, after having a few years clean, I finally made it over here. I only came for a day. I was terrified because I'm used to getting fucked up over here. And then I find the Juggalos In Recovery tent, and I was like, I'm not alone. So we stay sober by helping each other.
And y'all do meetings in here, right?
Yeah, I have a sweet government job. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have it because it's not me, but I do. Like, things are happening that I never would have fathomed happened. You know, I got my kid back in my life. I got, and the reason I saw my son again was because I contacted his mother, just trying to make amends with her, just to clear up my head so I can stay sober, you know, get over my resentments and stuff. And it just, next thing I know, you know, I'm back in my son's life. I can tell my music was suffering for it. I've been doing this a long time. I actually worked at a music venue that I used to owe a lot of money to. I worked there at night doing security, and it took years to pay them back, and then more years to gain their trust back enough to have me like working there. It's possible if you want it. And our main objective over here is just get out Narcan, and there's condoms and all kinds of shit. Fentanyl test kits. Like, just test kits just to
And
make
all
sure-
free, right?
Yeah, we're just trying to keep our family alive.
Yeah.
We're not trying to fix everybody. We're just trying to keep everybody alive when we
Safe.
can because we love you.
Yeah.
And people did things and fed me and food banks and for the soup kitchens and shit. They kept me alive until I eventually clicked and I was able to take care of myself. Spent 3 years at Oxford sober housing. Actually just moved back into an Oxford house. It's sober living for people who are just getting their lives back together and stuff. All you gotta do is stay sober and do some chores, follow a couple rules, and pay your little share of the rent. And there's ways to get out of there. You just gotta figure it out, Like there's programs to help you. And we're here to educate people and just be here if somebody needs someone to vent to. But
Hell
I
yeah,
think I'm
bro.
about to lose my voice.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to me,
Hell of a show.
Con-Crete. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop! Sun's up! Yeah!